Hello guys and welcome to Sudden Strike 4. Today I have for you the Soviet campaign and we're going to be starting off with the first mission, the Siege of Leningrad, and I'm really looking forward to trying out the Soviet campaign in Sudden Strike 4. So let's go ahead and read the description. The Siege of Leningrad, the road of life. The city of Leningrad, today called St. Petersburg, came under siege by German forces and their allies in 1941 as part of the invasion of the Soviet Union. The siege was lifted over 2.5 years later, making it one of the longest sieges in history. The attacking forces set up a ring around the city, closing off communications and supply lines to and from Leningrad. During the first winter of the siege, the Russians found the frozen lake Ladoga bordering the city to be a viable, if dangerous, means to connect with the outside world. The first convoy departed on 22nd of November 1941, and soon the line regularly transported supplies to, as well as civilians and wounded from, the besieged city, and was named the Road of Life. Thanks to enemy bombardment, the ice became increasingly deadly to navigate, and the Germans also attacked convoys regularly with special troops. Thanks to the Road of Life, however, the city survived until the siege was lifted in January 1944. Awesome. So that's a pretty nice description. Be interesting to see where the mission actually lands us. But here we have our doctrines for the Soviets, and I'm going to take us through an introduction of each of them. So let's start off with Georgy Konstantinovich Zhukov, who is the Armoured Doctrine. Easily the most well-known Red Army commander from World War II, Georgy Zhukov saw action from the early days of the war up to the Battle of Berlin. He took part in planning the defences of the Soviet Union, which were put to the test when the Germans invaded in 1941. A most dedicated and experienced commander, Zhukov was an expert in armoured warfare. And with him we actually get ramming speed. That looks cool. Light and medium tanks can ram to cause damage to both themselves and the target vehicle. The vehicle with higher hit points survives the ramming. That's pretty damn awesome. Not sure how useful it will be though. Alright, let's have a look at Konstantin Konstantinovich Rokossovsky. Okay, and he's the infantry doctrine. So Rokossovsky, who became one of the most prominent Soviet military leaders of World War II, was responsible for the planning and execution of Operation Bagration, which turned the tables in the Eastern Front in 1944. Of Polish origin, Rokossovsky was well versed in cavalry and infantry tactics and was renowned for his rivalry with Marshal Zhukov. That's our Armoured Doctrine fella. Okay, and finally we have Vasily Ivanovich Chyokov. And yeah, his support. So looks like there's some cool stuff going on here. Quick reload for artillery, and you get reinforced sandbag bunkers just from the offset, which is awesome. Right, Chyokov, a Soviet senior commander or officer in the Red Army, was famous for putting up a heroic resistance with his 62nd Army at the Battle of Stalingrad. Chyokov was credited developing new tactics in such a constricted and cut-off strategic position, including close proximity defense and guerrilla methods, becoming a master of positioning and support tactics. Very cool. So, I'm loving the names. Very hard to pronounce, but we got there. I think in this mission we're going to go with Rokossovsky, because I don't think we're going to be using many tanks on ice. It seems rather silly. I guess what we can do is jump into the briefing, maybe jump back if I want to change quickly, but for now we'll stay with the infantry doctrine, get those hand grenades, get the take cover, which is reducing damage taken in vegetation and ruins. Nice.
Defend the convoy at all costs.
Defend the convoy at all costs. Not much vegetation, so having the infantry bonus there probably isn't ideal. Maybe support doctrine would be the best if we're just being defensive. We can use the reinforced sandbag bunkers if we have any AT guns.
Defend the convoy at all costs.
Let's jump in.
Stay strong, comrades. You must protect the convoy at all costs. The survival of the city depends on it. Reinforce the defense line at the center and be prepared for anything.
Alright, let's get going. This is pretty damn cool. I'm loving this map.
The Germans have noticed that we are moving our supplies over the lake. Prepare for incoming attacks.
Иду! Мы готовы! Транспорт готов!
We've got to defend the convoy. 90 out of 100 must survive.
Поживее! Пехота здесь!
Blimey.
Давай же! Пехота готова! Грузовик здесь!
Just unload that guy.
Распоряжение?
Oh wow. That was pretty damn awesome.
The Germans cannot deploy heavy tanks. The ice is too thin for that. Expect strong infantry assaults instead, comrades.
That was so cool. The Panzer III just like sunk into the ice. I love it. Can we use our tanks?
Уже иду!
I hope so.
Уже иду!
Wow, it looks like we make holes in the ice whenever we fire at them, which is very cool. And the guys like drown? Yeah, that's so damn awesome.
Приказы?
Oh wow. How cool is that? Right, we're gonna
Reinforcements arrived.
Распоряжение?
grab that AT gun. We have some more troops available.
Поживее!
Have a
Нужны
repair
патроны,
vehicle.
топливо, ремонт! Я готов! Да?
Are we going up to the next area? Not entirely sure.
Поживее!
Turn the thin ice to our advantage, comrade.
Yes, we are.
Use explosives to shatter the ground under the enemy units.
Пехота идет! Мы готовы!
Okay, let's not have the BT-7
Давай же!
go on there. We'll have that move up like so, and then it can come across. I'm hoping he doesn't sink.
Распоряжение? Готов выполнять приказ. Готовы служить. Готов выполнять приказ.
Let's get rid of the 222.
Слушаю. Так, да. Да. Да! Координаты. Приказы. Нужны патроны, топливо, ремонт. Да.
We have this AA truck, which is going to be pretty decent for killing off enemy infantry, that's for sure.
Слушаю. Приказы. Перемещаю орудие.
I'm going to get this truck to
Орудие готово.
get ready to pick that up. I'm going to fortify it for now though.
Готов выполнять приказ.
Reinforcements arrived.
Cool.
У меня бинты готовы.
More reinforcements. I like it.
Пехота в пути. Грузовик здесь. Готовы служить. Пехота в пути. Я готов. Готов выполнять
And let's
приказ.
just have that go back to where it was.
Пехота готова. Так точно. Есть.
Have these guys get on their bellies. Oh, look at that.
Артиллерия готова. Слушаю. Артиллерия готова. Готов выполнять приказ.
Can we like attack the ground?
Пли! Пли по цели! Огонь! Давай же! Двигаюсь!
I'm not entirely sure if that did too much, but it was pretty cool.
Распоряжение. Да.
Right, they're all group 2.
Есть. Врач здесь.
Oh, Stukas. Okay, we're going to have to get our AA to come back here.
Our Our scouts report that enemy troops are advancing from the north. Reinforce the northern defense line, comrades.
Nice, took down one of them.
Есть! Я готов.
We'll move over and defend that convoy there as well.
Видна цель. Иду. Техника готова
I'm
к
gonna
работе.
probably just take my tank over here. They've got 2 AT guns already.
Да.
What we'll do is take like half the
Врач
infantry.
здесь. Медпомощь.
Reinforcements arrived.
Уже иду. Пехота в пути.
And let's
Бинты у меня
leave those
готовы.
guys there.
Распоряжение. Пехота
That's
в
group
пути.
2.
Да. Есть
Reinforcements arrived here. Great.
приказы. Пехота идет. Я готов. Уничтожить их. Да! Пехота здесь. Готовы служить.
Took out that AT gun nicely.
Пехота идет.
There's some
Готовы служить. Пехота в
regimental
пути. Готовы
guns
служить. Пехота
that we
идет.
can jump on.
Ожидаю распоряжений. Ну уже.
Make sure we
Пехота готова.
use those.
Приказы есть.
Have some more infantry on our way here, so we'll add them to group 4.
Врач здесь. Координаты. Я готов. Слушаю. Ожидаю приказа. Артиллерия готова.
Can we take out the ground underneath that Panzer II?
Готов выполнять приказ.
Yes, we can.
Распоряжение.
Although I think it died before it went under.
Координаты.
Cool.
Пехота здесь. Еще один. Готов выполнять приказ. Да. Поживее.
What I might do is just spread out these AA trucks.
Давай же. Распоряжение.
Because if they're going to bring in more Stukas, I don't want them to just get 3 kills onto the convoy.
Ожидаю приказов.
Oh no, he's going to take out another one. Come on, truck, sort him out.
Я готов. Двигаюсь.
Oh, might just have got away with that.
Поживее. Ожидаю приказов. Давай же. Фоя. Видна цель.
That poor guy, just like sinking into the ice.
Пехота идет.
I would hate to be those German soldiers told to charge across breaking ice.
Живее. Пехота в пути.
That would have been horrific.
Готовы к атаке. Готовы к атаке. Бинты у меня готовы. Врач здесь. Иду туда, где нужен. Готов выполнять приказ. К бою готов. Так точно.
I mean, it would have been even more scary for like the people in these trucks trying to get away.
Приказы. Пехота идет.
Oh, there goes the 222.
Врач идет. Врач идет. Есть. Пехота в пути.
Let me get these tanks to come forwards and
Готовы. Пехота
hit
идет.
the AT gun for us. Seems a bit backwards, but it works, it works. Great.
Слушаю. Распоряжение.
Another Stuka coming over.
Я готов.
More reinforcements are here, which is good.
Да.
Have those tanks move over
Врач здесь.
to
Пехота
the
в
right
пути.
side.
Я готов.
Cool.
Да.
Well, that's job done there.
Какие координаты? Готов выполнять приказ. Бинты у меня готовы.
I just really love this like ice breaking mechanic. It's really cool. What a fantastic mission. It's pretty simple, of course. I mean, it is the first mission in the campaign, but my god, is it awesome being able to like break the ice like we are.
Иду туда, где нужен. Врач
You can have a mortar now. 63 have escaped. They've destroyed 4. I think so far we've done pretty well. Let's have those guys join Group 1.
Heavy bomber incoming!
Иду туда, где нужен.
Я готов. Распоряжение. Приказы. Иду.
Heavy bomber. Oh god. Shoot it down, please.
Feindliche Einheiten. Готов выполнять приказ.
My god. That did a lot of damage. Thankfully he didn't hit
Есть.
too much. That was important.
Я готов.
Go take out this other Stuka.
Да.
We need to get this AA to come up and help us out. Alright,
Пехота готова.
let's have the infantry move up here.
Иду туда, где...
Мы готовы. Иду.
Oh god. Hitting us hard.
Иду туда.
Убейте их. Готовы к атаке. Ожидаю приказов. Поживее. Техника готова к
Not very
работе.
fun.
Пехота здесь.
Бинты у меня
Okay.
готовы.
Пехота готовы служить. Готов выполнять
Well,
приказ.
we have one BT7 left. Probably going to have to unfortify this and tow it.
Пехота здесь. Слушаю. Есть. Приказы.
Have our AT guns or AA guns come up.
Врач...
Я ранен!
Let's get this to come up, and we'll have these guys move the guns forwards. Maybe they can help us out a little.
Да, перемещаю орудие.
Есть раненые. Бинты у меня готовы.
Я готов. Так точно.
Бинты у меня готовы.
Come on, medic, stay alive.
Ожидаю приказов. Да. Не можем двигаться.
Cool. We can get a repair truck to actually come up here and repair that BT7. We'll do that, and I'm going to bring up this towed gun as well. I'll leave some infantry here just in case.
Я ранен!
Or did they all get shot in the end? Looks like they did.
Ожидаю приказов. Распоряжение.
Okay.
Артиллерия готова.
Well, what I'm going to do is we'll get a tank crew out, and we'll make sure we can spot the AT gun, because currently
Пли!
it's killing off
Пли по цели. Пехота готова.
my units here.
Распоряжение.
There we go. Good stuff.
Пехота готова.
We have managed to protect enough convoy units. With this outside aid, the people of Leningrad can survive the siege a little longer. Congratulations, comrade.
Oh, that was pretty intense towards the end, but we did it. And 3 stars was awarded. What a good start. Lost quite a lot of our units, but yeah, 92 escaped. I mean, if there was 100 in total, then technically 94 escaped because only 6 were destroyed. But there you have it. What a fun mission.
Monday, December 1st, 1941. For 3 months now, the Germans have been standing in front of the city I was born in. They have starved my neighbors and friends, and the people I grew up with to death, or shooting them when they so much as moved into sight. But my people are strong, strong and proud. They will not back down. And with the winter reaching its peak now, we could finally do something to help them out of their misery. Last month, Captain Murov suggested we could bring supplies into Leningrad over the frozen lake of Ladoga. His men tried with sleighs first, But now that the ice has grown thicker, we could actually use trucks to bring in more supplies. I brought my men in last week to protect the ice road from German attacks. They did remarkably well. They countered every German attack and even managed to avoid the ice cracks that were threatening the vehicles. I am very proud of them. As far as I heard, Chuikov had been sent to China to aid Chiang Kai-shek's forces against the Japanese. I would rather have had him at my side, but his methods surely helped defend the convoy today. After the German attacks had ceased, I talked to one of the truckers. I would have loved to have gone with him to see the colorful cupola domes of the Church of the Saviour on Blood again. But he said that the church was now full of the bodies of the deceased. But there was hope in his voice. "The route you held today, comrade," he said. "That route is Leningrad's road of life."
What a lovely mission. I really enjoyed that one. And honestly, I've been enjoying the Southern Strike missions very much so recently. And hopefully you guys have too. Next time we'll move on to the Battle of Moscow. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.